about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
This program is for mature audiences only.
Please have your fake ID ready.
Get out of bed, you lazy
We found the only way to start the day. Get on the go with radio. We like to use it for household music. The daily chores are never a bore. For weather information, this is the station.
3, 2, 1.
Rise and shine, sleepyhead.
I'm not letting you go to work today.
Wait, what?
Everybody, listen up.
Welcome to The Drive.
Morning, morning, morning.
You're gonna talk.
Get on the phone at 339-1140.
Pretty awesome, huh?
Jump in on our text line at 441140.
Everyone is talking about it. You must know that.
The Drive starts now.
Hey now.
It's a remix. It's a remix for you. Thank you, Chicken. Thank you, Cat. Thank you, Hank. Thank all of you. Thanks to all of you. It is The Drive, Monday, October 8th, 2018. Welcome in. 1-800-920-1140, 339-1140. Watch the video stream at khtk.com. Phone, tablet, desktop, and everything else. Kyle Madson. Eunice, our executive producer, executive producing, doing all the fun stuff on the...
Producing executively.
Ah, she is. She's fantastic. Boy, shows like today. Yeah, they say shows like today run themselves. I almost find shows like today more difficult because there's so much to talk about. So then you have to gauge what you put where. What you're never going to please everybody. There's people today, all they want to hear about is the Kings and Warriors in Seattle. There's people today, they want to talk baseball. Playoff baseball's happening. There's people today that want to hit Raiders, Niners, UFC. I'm trying to think, anything else big happened over the weekend am I missing other than other football?
Baseball?
I said baseball.
Yeah,
baseball, UFC, football. Somebody out there's going to be like, Sac State did something. You know, everyone.
NASCAR.
Right, NASCAR. I don't know. We have a lot of stuff.
Today is one of those shows where in school, as we take the first segment to not talk about anything.
Of course. Yeah, that's
it's
normal.
like in school when a teacher assigns an essay and they're like, but it can only be 400 words. And you're like, great, 400 words, that's easy. But then you realize you have, like, trying to get it down to 400 words is actually, like, harder than extending it to 1,000.
Yeah, you're not doing the trick where it's like 400 words, and the last thing you have is, and in conclusion, I am very, 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 you're not doing that. You start stressing out. That's why we don't jump.
Hey, people who went to college, imagine writing in conclusion on an essay.
Oh, I'm Kyle, went to college. I'm like Dave. I mean, I've been to a college.
You, confirmed fact, you have been to more colleges than I have.
It's a good point right there. This is an excellent point right there, Kyle Madson. Also coming in on Mondays, I say this every Monday, but if you are watching the video stream on a Monday, always look closely right when the show starts and the camera comes on me. You're usually going to see a remote control in my hands. As I look up, so the last thing I do is I look at the monitors. And because we have all the hunting and fishing shows on the weekend, there's always dead things on the monitors. And I look up and, here's some guy holding up a deer. And I'm not going after hunters. Don't get me wrong. It's just not my thing. It's like tennis. I'm not into it. But it is a little jarring at 5:58. You look up and here's a giant deer face, or a trout, which is less jarring. So I got to figure that out. And we usually have SportsCenter on one and and I like Good Day Sacramento on the other in case there's like cows missing or loose on the road. Today I want to talk about, Kyle, the UFC, but not the fight itself, because we're going to do plenty of that today. I just want to talk about the experience of watching it. One of the things that's great about the fight sports especially, big boxing match, big UFC, is it's a very communal activity. Somebody buys a pay-per-view. Either they're very giving and they buy it, or I've noticed it's changed the older I've gotten. When I was younger, it was like I'd buy the UFC and then, all right, guys, $5 at the door. Come on, kick in, kick down. I'm not paying this $59.95 by myself. As you get older, it's like if you host the thing, you're kind of expected to pay for it.
Right. The thing, what we do is whoever's hosting basically doesn't have to take care of food or
everyone
drinks
brings the food.
Yeah, you bring food and drinks, and that's your payment.
And that was like the middle rung for me. First, it was I'm taking money from everyone. Then I graduated to everyone brings over the food. Now I pay for it if I'm hosting, which I wasn't Saturday. I pay for it. Everybody brings sides and drinks. I take care of the meat.
Okay.
I'm in charge of the meat. All right. Well, I'm grilling. I'm smoking it. I'm doing whatever. That's my gig. And people bring. In this case, it was my buddy's birthday. Shout out Mike Roberts, famed MMA manager, Mike Roberts.
Love Mike Roberts.
Manager to the stars. It was his birthday, and it was at and so I brought meat there too. I brought a brisket, and I brought a pork shoulder, which is one of my favorite things to do on the weekend. Get up early. I threw those suckers on at like 8 a.m., smoked them all day. There's a movie, I forget which one it was. I think it was 16 Candles. Maybe it was Superbad. I forget. But where these two nerds go to a party and they're super excited about getting a keg. And they bring the keg to the party thinking they're going to be the life of the party. Maybe it's Weird Science. And when they get
for sure not Superbad.
Yeah. Probably not. They get to the party and then the guys answer the door and they're like, oh, you got a keg? Yeah, cool. Put it over there with the others. And there's just like 60 kegs over in the corner. And that's how I felt with the meat. First off, I didn't notice till the end, till I got there, that it wasn't his house. It was a friend of his house, right? Secondly, when I got there, there was a ton. Everybody had already brought tri-tip and chicken and all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay. Here's the stuff I worked on. Third, I was a little pissy because it wasn't his house, so it was unfamiliar territory for me, which was weird for me.
Right.
And my wife and I are there, and as soon as we get to houses, all his friends are like not rich, like millionaire rich, but they're all like, we get to this guy's house. It's a house in Roseville, and it's beautiful. The backyard is, lights everywhere, and a beautiful pool and spa, just nice furniture everywhere. He has 2 separate 3-car garages. I don't even know how this happens. One is for his cars, and the other is for his man cave.
It's like 6 cars.
Thank you. So we get there, and then, of course, our thing is we immediately, when we get to a house that's really nice, we go on Zillow and we look up how much it's worth, which is not always accurate, but that and then we get, like, really jealous, like, oh, we could do that. No, because our house is like a family house. Like, it's clean, but it's not. There's always a pile of stuff on the shelf by the door that's like keys and Tic Tacs and old headphones and receipts. Everyone has piles in their house on the counter, little miscellaneous areas where you have nowhere to put it. Mm-hmm. This guy had none of this. Everything was perfect.
There was a closet or a cabinet or something in his house with all that stuff in it.
I hope you're right.
Been there. My house looks immaculate when people come over.
I got to get to the point here. So here's my thing. There's 2 types of people that watch fights. There's the people that are really into the sport, and when it's happening, they're intently watching it. And then during the post-fight, the interviews and stuff, they're intently listening. Like, that's a big part of the thing. There's the other people that by the time the fights come on, the main event at like 9 o'clock, they're already half in the bag, and they're just looking for people to start a pickup conversation with about the fight.
Yes.
And there's this one guy who's actually a friend of mine. And I'm sitting on the couch with my wife.
And that person usually knows little to nothing about the intricacies of what's going on.
He was asking me all night, who are you rooting for? I must have answered him 8 times. Like, I just want a really good fight. I'd be either way.
I'm just watching for the commercial.
I just want a really good fight, which I know is kind of a cop-out answer. Anyways, So at the end, towards every round, the guy's just in, and he chose me for some reason. He's just in my ear the whole. Man, what do you think about that? What do you think? Oh my God! I was thinking, and he's one of those guys that asks you a question, but he's really asking it as a way to give you his opinion. And so the fight ends. I'm trying to hear what's going on. There's melee in the ring, and he's like, "So, are you happy about that? Like, were you rooting for Khabib? Like, what do you think, man?"
Oh my God!
And dude, finally, and I'm not this guy. I'm not. But finally, I just looked at him like, dude, I can't give you, and it was exactly this tone and this tenor. I don't know what answer you want from me. I've answered your question like 12 effing times. I'm not happy with this, but what do you want from me, dude? And like, I didn't realize I'd snapped like that. And there were there was like a living room, and I was in the outside man cave. And there was about 20 people there. Everyone's having a good time. And I snap on this guy, and I'm just on the couch with my wife. Dude, everybody stopped.
You were Mood Killer Jones?
I was, and I'm never that. When I say I'm never that guy, I mean I'm never that guy. I get angry, but I totally hold it in. And then I yell about it with my wife on the way home.
Right, yeah.
I never am that
or
guy.
Talk about them on the radio.
All right, yes. But yeah, okay, we got a break. But
nothing.
Go ahead.
Nothing worse than UFC watcher guy who just, like you said, talks the whole time and does this analysis. Oh, hit him.
Right. Got to get out of there. Dude, he can't hear you.
Yeah.
The whole fight. And I switched locations inside to outside the house to try to get away. And he followed.
Does he know what you do for a living?
Yes. And yes, it probably was part of it. And I know him. I know him.
Sure. Okay.
This isn't rando guy I've never met. Anyways.
BFHS, football.
Yes.
Baseball.
This memory, point of this whole thing is just don't be the guy at the fights that just doesn't shut up. And if so, go to, like, they should have a kid's room.
Right.
Right?
For
socializing.
Talker's paradise.
Yes. Where you're not into the fight, you just want to, that's fine. Just please don't, I'm there for the fight. And socializing is second. I'm not lying. That's why I'm there. Anyways. It is BFHS. My goodness.
Would you call it an EFHS? Enormous Fat Harry Show?
Yeah, I think Mondays we can do that.
Okay.
Oh, for sure. No guests today. Just all content. And we got a ton for you as well. We'll hit the UFC. We'll hit Niners, Raiders, baseball. Coming up next, Morning Brew and our 3 top stories right here on Sports 1140 KHTK.
This is the Capital City Sports Station. With a capital KHTK.
Got a step. He goes to the rim. He throws down a vicious two-hand jam.
The Kings play here. This is Sports 1140 KHTK.
Listen to what Chris said about Andro 400.
I've lost almost 40 pounds in 10 weeks. My son was getting married, and when I went for the suit fitting, I was a size 48. And when I went back to do the final fitting, I was a 44. I have more energy, that's for sure. I probably lost 4 inches around my belly. I'm 57, and I'm back when I was in my 30s.
Here's what Dwayne said about Andro 400.
This product really works. I'm an old guy and I don't trust nobody. I've tried all kinds of stuff. It's one of the few things I've ever bought that works. I couldn't believe it. I feel better. I have more energy. I walk 12 miles a day. I feel great. It changed my life. It really has. It's really incredible.
Guys, if you'd like to lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel great, try Andro 400, the safe, natural, and affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435. Andro400.com.
Golfers, come play Teal Bend Golf Course as we pay tribute to the classic movie Caddyshack. Join us on Saturday, October 20th at Teal Bend Golf Course. Pay $75, and here's what you get. Green fee plus cart and range balls, a sleeve of Pro V1s for your round of golf, and our post-event All-American Buffet, plus a chance to win prizes during and after your round of golf, and be the best-dressed character from Caddyshack to win a special prize. For details, call 916-922-5209. Play golf holes for one day and one day only. Holes like the No Flag Hole, the Tractor Hole, along with other unique and fun holes. Join us for the Caddyshack Open. Spend the day with family and friends. Reserve your spot. Call 916-922-5209. It happens Saturday, October 20th with a shotgun start at 8 a.m. For details, call 916-922-5209. That's 916-922-5209.
Every once in a while, bam! Something happens and you need money fast. Well, LoanMe can loan you from $2,600 to $100,000, and the money can be in your bank account in hours. That's right. And since our loans are unsecured, we don't need your car title or any other collateral, just your signature, because we trust you, even if you have less than perfect credit. Sure, the money's a little expensive, but it's a lot cheaper than a payday loan, and you make just one fixed payment every month. And to keep interest expense down, use the money to get out of the jam you're in and then pay it back at any time with no penalties or fees. So take 5 minutes and call 8443-LOAN-ME or log on to loanme.com for the money you need. That's 8443-LOAN-ME or loanme.com.
Not all applicants will qualify. Loan approval and terms subject to credit standards. See loanme.com for details. Loans made pursuant to California Department of Business Oversight Financial Lender License 603K061.
That's 8443-LOAN-ME or loanme.com.
It's the perfect time to get a new kitchen, bathroom, or patio remodel for zero money down, zero interest, and zero payments for the first 12 months at Quality First Home Improvement. Need a brand new HVAC unit? Well, you can get the new Quality First Comfort HVAC system that will keep you comfortable and warm during the cold winter months ahead. Quality First Home Improvement is voted the best contractor in the area and is a full-service remodeler who will do it all for you and will also finish most projects in just 3 to 4 weeks. Again, they will do it all for you for zero money down, zero interest, and zero payments for the first 12 months. This offer is just too good to pass up. It makes going with Quality First Home Improvement the smart thing to do. For more information on this amazing offer and to get a free in-home estimate, call 855-80-12345. That's 855-80-12345. Or visit them online at qualityfirsthome.com. Quality First Home Improvement, your contractor for life. License number 875772.
Sacramento Republic FC is back in action at Papa Murphy's Park Saturday, October 13th, as they play host to the Las Vegas Lights FC in the regular season finale. Don't miss all the excitement on the pitch as the boys in Old Red Glory battle their conference rival for supremacy. Game time 7:30. Single game tickets are on sale now. Call 916-307-6100 or go to sacrepublicfc.com for info. That's 916-307-6100 or sacrepublicfc.com. Don't miss out on all the fun at Papa Murphy's Park. Get your tickets now.
The CBS Sports Minute is brought to you by Elk Grove Ford.
In the market for a new car or truck? Shop at Elk Grove Ford, Sacramento's family-owned, customer-first Ford dealership.
They feature the best deals, the largest selection, and the most enjoyable purchase experience available.
Elk Grove Ford in the Elk Grove Auto Mall.
Elk Grove sells Fords.
You're amazing. Welcome back to The Drive.
It's just my job.
It's time for the Morning Brew. Now, here's Carmichael Dave.
From the one, credit card alignment. Hand off to Lynch. No, it's a fake. And Carr under pressure. Intercepted in the end zone. Melvin Ingram brings it out. He's so excited that it'll be Chargers first down inside the 4.
Yeah, I can't remember. I didn't watch the whole game. But I swear I saw a situation where I think it was first and goal on the 1 for the Raiders, and they elected to not give the ball to Marshawn Lynch, which I believe, and I don't know about the first and goal part, but I think that's the third different game this season where they have not given the ball to Marshawn Lynch on the 1. If I'm signing Marshawn Lynch to a contract, the first duty he has is when the ball is on the 1, I'm giving it to you. I'm going to get, you know what I want to see? I'm sure it's happened before, but you know what I'd like to see the Raiders do at some point? I'd like to see what happens if you give the ball to Marshawn. First and goal on the 1. Give the ball to Marshawn Lynch 4 straight times. Yeah, that's right. Go for it on 4th down. Are you keeping Marshawn Lynch out of the end zone 4 times in a row? I'm going to bet not. Just get a guess. Does anybody want to bet against me if I'm taking Marshawn Lynch in 1 yard? I don't think so.
Yeah, take 4 cracks at it.
Take 4 cracks. Now, if they throw him back and it's 4th and 5, let's talk. 1 yard, Marshawn.
Yeah, at least on first down.
Ugh. I'd go first, second, third.
Same, but I understand the play action idea there, but why are you throwing it to the middle of the field? Like put up a throw that nobody else is going to be able to get to, because clearly Ingram, who they wanted to bite on that fake, didn't.
You're being a lot kinder than me, because I want to say, this is what I think. I think coaches and offensive coordinators always need, upper management constantly needs to justify their position, so they will micromanage and do things because they feel like it gives them value. When sometimes the KISS method is, no, I don't understand the play action. I don't understand any of it. You know what I understand?
I don't either.
Snap, hike the ball, hand it to the big, giant bowling ball you have as a running back, and step away. It's why you signed him. Now, that's not why they lost, and we'll get into more of that later. But is that why they? Okay, that's why they. That is exactly why.
Pretty big play in the game.
Number 2.
Handoff, Johnson running straight ahead to the 5, plows forward, and he makes it to the goal line and across for his second touchdown.
That's David Johnson making fantasy owners happy. He'd been a little off this year, recovering from his injury. Did not make Niner fans happy, though, as they lose 28-18. Kyle, I gave the Raider analysis. You are the editor-in-chief of NinersWire.com.
Chief. Thank you for getting that in there.
This ain't it, Chief. We'll be asking you Niner questions all day long. As a good host, part of your job is to hand the ball off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why'd the Niners lose yesterday?
Because they stink.
Okay. You can find more analysis like that.
No, the Cardinals had 75 yards on their first play from scrimmage, and then 100 and they had 220 total yards for the game. Had 75 on their first play from scrimmage. The Niners turned the ball over 5 times. You can't do that in the NFL.
What was the stat I saw? The Niners ran more plays than any team that's ever lost.
Yeah.
It was something like that.
Yeah, 92 plays. The most in the league since 2013, I think. Most in 49ers franchise history.
Did Eric Armstead, Reuben Foster...
1953, I think?
Yeah, in the Super Bowl era, that's what I saw. Foster, Armstead, your boy Fred Warner, and Solomon Thomas. Any of them get hurt yesterday? Did I miss it?
No.
Okay.
No, Solomon Thomas actually, I think, played his most snaps of the year.
Did he?
And if you had told me he was inactive, I probably would have believed you.
Right.
They have too many ineffective players. Like when it comes, like at the end of the day, you have to have good players, it turns out.
What?
And the 49ers don't have very many of them. Injuries aside, they're just not good.
It's more of that at 6:30. Number 3.
It's on the chin. There's the tap. Still undisputed. Khabib Nurmagomedov has finished Conor McGregor tonight.
Look at him. Look at him screaming at the corner. He's screaming at Dylan Dennis, Conor McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach. Look at him. Oh,
and now Khabib jumps the fence.
No.
Whoa! No. And he's going right at Dylan Dennis. Mayhem. Oh, no.
Well, yeah. We should be talking about Khabib Nurmagomedov and his continued reign. No. We're going to talk about shenanigans. Wow, no pun intended. We're going to talk about shenanigans. We're going to talk about fights outside the cage. We're going to talk about other fights inside the cage. We should be talking about Tony Ferguson and Anthony Pettis. We should be talking about Derek Lewis's post-fight speech, which we will. No, we're going to talk about this because the sport I love so much, the sport I've covered for 20 years, has just gone full WWE, and that's not an insult to WWE. That's their job.
I thought it was fascinating because we literally on Friday talked about the side effects of Conor McGregor's act.
Yeah.
And we saw the worst possible side effect of it. And how I don't think this is. I saw some takes that were like, this is it for the UFC.
No.
And it's not that dramatic. but how they handle the next few weeks leading up to their next event is going to be a big deal and really decide the sport's popularity moving forward.
We'll talk about this at length at 8:30. But I've gotten past. I got all crazy like that when Conor threw the dolly through the bus window. I've gotten past that now. Here's what I think will happen: nothing, some fines, some sort of suspension that somehow coincides with their rematch, and then they'll use all of this in the promos, just like they used the dolly. Yeah, I don't care about any of that, Kyle. I'll say what I said on Friday again, and I'm not trying to be dramatic. Here's what I care about: someone's gonna die. And people aren't talking about this enough. And coming up at 8:30, I'm going to explain why I don't say that lightly.
Not being dramatic.
I'm not being dramatic. Someone's going to get maimed or killed. And you need to take a good, strong look at what you're screwing with, because you're poking the wrong hornet's nest. And we'll get into that at length coming up here in a little bit. It's The Drive. We're back in a couple. Sports 1140 KHTK.
Leaving your car away from your radio? Don't worry, because the KHTK app will allow you to catch all the shows you love. Never miss The Drive or Jim Rome. Catch every minute of The Lowdown and Grant and Doug. Just download the app now and get all your favorite shows on your digital device of choice. The all-new Sports 1140 app. Get it today.
Carmichael Dave here from my good friends at Hoblet Ram. I think my buddy Galen, the GM, is coming in today. We're going to cut some new commercials. Always great to visit with him, and always great when I can catch up with anybody up at Hoblet Ram. There's a reason why they got the J.D. Powers Customer Service First Award for Excellence. Why? Because they're very, very good at that. Right now, during the Ram Power Days, you can take up to $12,000 off MSRP on select 2019 Ram 1500 trucks, up to $19,000 on select 2018 Ram 1500 trucks. My 2019 Laramie 1500 Hemi monster truck on the outside, luxury car on the inside. Tooled the whole family around over the weekend. Went to my kid's soccer game. Loaded everything in the back of the truck. It was snack day for us. We had to load all the snacks and the chairs and the wagon and all of that. Nothing. We don't have to pack in the kids like sardines to the car anymore. That all goes in the truck bed. And we're just rolling around listening to the Beatles channel on our Sirius XM stereo. Yep, that's right. Just 7 minutes from the airport, right there in Woodland. Check them out online at hobletdodge.com. Get in there today, and for an extra $1,000 off, just tell them your good friend Carmichael Dave sent you.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, brought to you by Ferguson. With locations coast to coast, Ferguson gives small business contractors the edge. Green Bay place kicker Mason Crosby was yesterday's biggest loser. The 34-year-old missed 4 field goals and an extra point, and the Packers lost to Detroit by 8, 31-23. The Giants also came up short. They were done in by Graham Gano's 63-yard last-second field goal. That kick tied Gano with Tom Dempsey for the longest game-winning boot. Before the game, Odell Beckham Jr. had questioned the team's heart and his coach's play calling. And during the game, Sterling Shepard produced a Beckham-esque sideline tantrum. Tennessee likewise went down on a last-second kick in Buffalo, while Jacksonville's top-ranked defense was no match for the high-flying Chiefs. Atlanta and San Francisco now have lost 3 straight each, and Oakland joins them at 1-4. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Trade Pros. Ferguson's proud to be a part in what you do, and it's our aim to be the easiest one of your long day on the job. With over 1,000 one-stop shop counter locations, expert associates, and an unmatched selection of go-to and hard-to-find OEM repair products, you can depend on us to do our part every day. And Ferguson's 1-hour will call, same-day, next-day delivery, and online ordering and inventory management solutions are making things simpler for those that work the hardest. Visit Ferguson.com and find a counter location near you.
Napa know-how. Right now, 5-quart jugs of Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil are only $18.99. It protects your engine from sludge and extreme temperatures. But did you know it also protects our troops? Yep, with each purchase of Napa Full Synthetic for $18.99, a portion goes to the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 10/31/18.
Okay, so summer is coming to a close. Winter's creeping up on us. Garner Roofing is trying to get you prepared for that winter season with their $69 inspection. They also have an end of summer sale going on right now. They also offer veteran and senior discounts. They got a lot of stuff going on right now. They have financing options available with no payments, no interest until 2020, or as little as $89 per month with zero down. They've also got terms up to 30 years, and some financing isn't even credit-based and is tax-deductible. Call them right now, 833-R5O's and an F, or online at GarnerRoofingInc.com.
No matter who you are, there's something special about saying, I'm a college graduate. And it's even better when you can apply what you're learning to the career path you're pursuing. At Colorado State University Global Campus, our 100% online programs are personalized to align with your goals, so you'll be more than ready for the job market. When you receive your bachelor's degree, you'll already be using the skills and knowledge necessary to succeed. Visit csuglobal.edu, where online education isn't another thing we do, it's all we do.
Cache Creek Casino Resort sponsors this look at weather. Sunny and warm today. We're going to reach a high of 85 this afternoon. Cache Creek's Cash Climb. 7 cash winners at every drawing Friday and Saturday until November 25th, with a $2,000 winner at 4 p.m., $4,000 winner at 7 p.m., and an $8,000 winner at 10 p.m. Visit CashCreek.com for details.
Catch Football Friday on Sports 1140, brought to you by Maida Chevrolet. Get the commercial vehicle you're looking for, Silverados, Express vans, and more. Business elite at Maida Chevy. Find new roads.
Now your sports update. Sports update. Powered by Mercury Insurance.
Hey, it's Kyle Madson with your top stories on Sports 1140. A rough season for football in the Bay Area continued yesterday. The Raiders fell to the Chargers 26-10 down in Los Angeles, and the 49ers gave the Cardinals their first win of the year in a 28-18 loss. Both Oakland and San Francisco now sit at 1-4 on the season. In baseball yesterday, the Brewers completed a sweep of the Rockies with a 6-0 victory at Coors Field. They're on to the NLCS. And the Braves narrowly avoided a sweep, beating the Dodgers 6-5 last night. The Dodgers came all the way back from a 5-0 deficit, but Atlanta held on for the win. Game 4 of that series is later on this afternoon. The Astros will go for a sweep of the Indians in Cleveland later on this morning, while Game 3 between the Yankees and Red Sox is set for tonight. That series is tied at 1 game apiece. Those are your top stories. And now it's back to the drive with Carmichael Dave on Sports 1140 KHTK.
Here we go. The drive continues now.
And there's a quick pitch touchdown. Jordy Nelson. Derek Carr came up and quickly threw it to the outside to Jordy Nelson. And the Raiders have their first touchdown of this game.
From the 1, credit card alignment. Hand off to Lynch. No, it's a fake. And Carr under pressure. Intercepted in the end zone. Melvin Ingram brings it out. He's so excited that it'll be Chargers first down inside the 4.
It's tough. I wasn't trying to force it or anything like that. I saw our guy win. I was trying to throw it on the back line to him, but they made a play. That was the one that I wish I had back today. But besides that, I felt we did some good things. A lot of things to work on. But
we haven't thrown the ball in a goal-to-goal situation all year. It's first and goal. The decision there is to throw it. It's not open, you throw it away. It just didn't work out. You know, we expected to have a wide-open receiver on the play, and obviously that'll be second-guessed, rightfully so. But shouldn't have made that throw down there. I'll live to hand the ball off on the next play, possibly.
my number one goal is that I make sure that I give everything I have to this organization. So there's no pressure. There's no, we'll be on the 1 yard line and I won't give it to Marshawn. I'll throw it. It's none of that stuff.
I mean, I'll give it to Gruden and Carr at least, and I'm serious here. I'm not giving them faux praise. At least they acknowledge it was stupid. At least they acknowledge, we have the best 1 yard goal line guy in the entire NFL and one of the best in history. And we're playing grab ass and trying to throw it into the end zone. We have him right here.
When you saw a little bit of a little bit of insight there into what goes into an NFL head coach's decision making, because Gruden said we hadn't run the ball or we hadn't thrown in that situation all year.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been trying to set up this play action pass from the one all year.
Sure.
And credit Melvin Ingram for not biting and sinking back into coverage where the Raiders didn't think there was going to be a guy.
Yeah.
So the Chargers made a good play, but give it to him. Hand it off. It wasn't like they were in a time crunch there. Like the Seahawks, I've heard people explain the Seahawks not handing it off because of time of game, and they had this many timeouts left and throwing it there if it's incomplete. They still have a timeout. All this. Hey, dude, first down, give it to him. Like, see what happens.
You know, probably called Melvin Ingram last night is Malcolm Butler. Said, hey, welcome to the club.
I doubt it because the Titans lost to the Bills.
Good point.
Malcolm Butler was probably not too stoked.
Yeah, that whole thing. Well, it's first on the one. Yeah, well, let's see. Yeah. Oh, let's throw the ball. Well, here's what I'd like to see out of John Gruden in his press conference. Here's exactly the answer I'd like to hear. Well, we've tried doing the whole pass the ball in the end. Yes, I know everybody and their mother thought that we were going to hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch, and we did 4 straight times. I'd rather die by that sword than live by another. I'm fine with that. Let's have that press conference once. Let's have the press conference where John Gruden has to defend giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch too many times on the 1-yard line. Anyway, that was a big play, as Kyle said. That's not the reason why they lost. They lost because, the Chargers are a better team. I mean, that was, in effect, a home loss for the Raiders. And they go to 1-4. Can you believe that, by the way? We're 5 games into the NFL season. Think about that. I know it's...
Every year, it feels like it takes six years for the season to get here.
Yeah.
And then it's gone in 3 days.
Just gone. And how is it that we are going through the NFL season with a quickness, yet it seems like preseason NBA basketball is taking forever? That makes no sense to me.
Because I was literally thinking about this the other day. I think it's because basketball season is now such a 12-month sport.
Yeah.
That it felt like the preseason began 4 months ago.
It really does. It really did.
Because there's just so much news throughout the offseason. And then right before games start, the Jimmy Butler thing happened.
Yep.
And now there's finally games, and it's like, oh, there's still preseason games to play?
Jimmy Butler thing is still happening.
Yeah.
We'll have notes on that here in a minute. Meanwhile, the 2-8 Bay Area teams, the other half, was on display yesterday.
2nd and goal at the 5. Juszczyk offset right as a fullback. Beathard under center. Play action. Looking. Shovels it ahead. Breeder runs the middle for a touchdown. Touchdown, 49ers.
That's pretty much your Niners highlight for the day.
Shotgun for Rosen. Takes the snap. Rosen hands it off to Johnson up the middle. Gets hit at the goal line and gets the ball across for a touchdown. David Johnson, a touchdown run. Handoff Johnson running straight ahead to the 5, plows forward, and he makes it to the goal line and across for his 2nd touchdown. Josh Rosen takes a knee. The Cardinals win it 28-18. Congratulations to head coach Steve Wilks, his first win as an NFL head coach.
Well,
and congrats to Josh Rosen, his first win as an NFL quarterback.
Don't care. Well, the Cardinals went into San Francisco and beat him by 10. I don't know what you say there other than welcome to a really high draft pick.
The 49ers turned the ball over 5 times.
They did.
2 of those turnovers went for touchdowns.
Yep.
They botched an extra point. They missed 2 2-point conversions. They missed a field goal. They dominated the Cardinals in every statistical category except the 2 that matter. They lost the turnover battle 5-0. They lost on the scoreboard 28-18.
I think the Niners are going to win at least another game this year. But because that's the way the NFL works generally, unless you're the Browns.
They're gonna fall into a win.
There'll be some weird win over.
They have the Giants coming up.
But I think
Beathard beat the Giants last year.
That's the game I'm looking at. But I think this might be the last game they're favored in for the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah. I can't, unless something dramatic happens.
I mean, they might be like a 1.5 point, 1.5 point over the Giants. That's a game I was looking at because they're playing at home. I know.
The Giants' offense is way too good for.
They play the Raiders at home. I don't think they're going to be favored.
No, the Raiders are going to score 40 points.
At Packers, home Rams, at
no
Cardinals.
No chance.
At Bucks.
Nope.
At Seahawks, Broncos.
Nope.
Seahawks.
Nope.
Bears.
Nope.
At Rams.
Nope.
There's your season. I think yesterday
they're going to be.
In
fact, you know what? I'm going to go a step further than you here. This is a good brand of one-upsmanship by me. I don't think not only will they not be favored in any games, I bet in all of them except, let's see, Cardinals in Arizona.
Cardinals in Arizona, Giants at home.
Giants in San Francisco or in Santa Clara. I bet in the other,
home Raiders?
8 games?
Yeah.
I bet in the other 8 games, they are touchdown or more underdogs.
You think there'll be a touchdown dog to the Raiders at home?
6?
You might be right. Although if the Raiders are going into that game 1-7 too.
I don't think they will.
I don't either. Hey, Bay Area football's back.
Catch the fever.
Catch the fever. All right, when we get back. Let's stop and talk about these UFC results and try not to get into the peripherals. Good luck there. We've also got Kings basketball. We'll talk about that at 7 a.m., and then it's pretty much football the whole way out, including some surprises in the NFL over the weekend. It is The Drive. We continue on a Monday. Sports 1140 KHTK.
The Kings make their home preseason debut tonight as they return to Golden One Center to play Maccabi Haifa.
An unbelievable shot, and the fans just going absolutely crazy.
Get the call from the G-Man starting at 7 here on your home of the Kings. Sports 1140 KHTK.
Capital Casino is Sacramento's #1 poker room with 2K Tuesdays, a $2,000 cash drawing every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. 6 total winners in primetime football. The giveaway for the Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night games. You can win up to $500 per game. You got the best food and the best service to go with those best games at Capital Casino, 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's the perfect time to get a new kitchen, bathroom, or patio remodel for zero money down, zero interest, and zero payments for the first 12 months at Quality First Home Improvement. Need a brand new HVAC unit? Well, you can get the new Quality First Comfort HVAC system that will keep you comfortable and warm during the cold winter months ahead. Quality First Home Improvement is voted the best contractor in the area and is a full-service remodeler who will do it all for you and will also finish most projects in just 3 to 4 weeks. Again, they will do it all for you for zero money down, zero interest, and zero payments for the first 12 months. This offer is just too good to pass up. It makes going with Quality First Home Improvement the smart thing to do. For more information on this amazing offer and to get a free in-home estimate, call 855-80-12345. That's 855-80-12345. Or visit them online at qualityfirsthome.com. Quality First Home Improvement, your contractor for life. License number 875772.
Do you have a job? Do you bring home $450 per week? Do you want a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty included on your next new car? Elk Grove Kia is the only area dealer that includes a 20-year, 200,000-mile limited powertrain warranty on all new Kias. That's right, included. A 20-year, 200,000-mile limited warranty on all new Kias. So why buy your new Kia anywhere else? Are you worried about your credit? Elk Grove Kia is pre-qualifying customers without needing their social security numbers. Log on to elkgrovekia.com. Just enter your name and address and get your buying power, actual payment, and interest rate instantly without affecting your current credit score. We want to see you. Come on in an Elk Grove Kia. Instant buying power, interest rate, payment, and 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty included on all new Kias. Only at Elk Grove Kia in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovekia.com.
On approved credit, warranty excludes leases, rideshare, and commercial vehicles. See dealer for warranty details. Expires 10/31/18.
My name is Ruth Rusi, and this is how I live United. I read to children as part of United Way's education program. It helps them create links between language and literacy and prepares them for a better academic future. I figure I have the time and they have the need. My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset in the history of forever.
Nice, Mike.
Yeah, and some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike. Enjoy yourself.
Yes! Woo! Thank you!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm. Talk to an agent today.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. When you call Ashton & Price, you'll make these great discoveries. You'll always be greeted by a real-life person. You will always meet with an experienced attorney. You'll be introduced to the best healthcare providers in the region, and we deal with the insurance companies, so you can focus on the most important thing, getting back your health. Over the last 22 years, we have a history of proven results. No one likes being injured, but we promise you will love Ashton & Price. Consultation is free, and you pay no fee unless you win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Subject to dealer stock on hand and approved customer credit. See dealer for details.
Here, Roseville, think Lexus. Now think the L Certified Fall Collection event because it's going on right now at Lexus of Roseville, located in the Roseville Auto Mall.
Rayleigh's in Bel Air sponsors this look at weather. Sunny and warm today. We'll hit a high of 85 this afternoon. At Rayleigh's in Bel Air, get Foster Farm split chicken breasts value pack with ribs attached, only 97 cents a pound. And this week, get Fuji apples for just 97 cents a pound. However you eat, this is how you save.
The drive continues now.
Not gonna lie, Fuji apples for 97 cents a pound. Usually about $1.75. It's a good deal. Welcome into the drive. We got football for you. Kings basketball coming up at 7 a.m. We'll hit that game, that forgettable game on Friday. Hey, Kyle, I was thinking about this over the weekend. We're going to do a full laid out Kings preview here before the season starts.
Excellent.
Do you think we should do two? Do you think we should do the optimist preview and then the pessimist preview?
Yeah, so I used to actually do this every year as just like a side project. I would do the optimist guide to the NFL season and the pessimist guide to the NFL season, and just go through each team and why each team was going to win the Super Bowl and then why each team was not going to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
And I think that's the move here.
I don't think we can do a preview on how the Kings are going to win the finals. That's stretching the imagination a little bit. I don't even think we can do an optimist preview on how the Kings are going to make the playoffs. But
untrue. I disagree with that.
All right, well, that will be your end of the preview. Because I just can't physically, I can't do it. Like, there's literally no road to the Kings making the playoffs in my. There's no road. There's no realistic road. All the teams go to.
I would not bet on it.
Sure.
Like, there's not a realistic road that I would bet on, but there is a realistic enough road that I can blab about it on the radio.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
You're welcome.
Because short of there being like an NBA convention and every other team in the Western Conference, or at least like 10 of them, come down with food poisoning that lasts 8 months, like literally, I think that's the only. I think that's the only way I can think about it. So we'll get to that here in the next couple weeks. Want to get to the UFC real quick in this short segment. It was a very entertaining card. I thought a very entertaining card. Not all the fights were fantastic. I'd love to be talking today, quite simply, about that Ferguson Pettis fight. Anthony Pettis broke his hand. That was an absolute war, bloodfest. That was a phenomenally entertaining fight. But the guy who, if it wasn't for the dumb hijinks outside of the ring, octagon, the guy who stole the show is a fighter. A lot of casual fans probably don't know Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis is a guy who has what fight fans love. He has a thunderbolt in his hand. He's not a technical guy. His cardio isn't that great. You look at him, you don't really see a fighter's body, a classical fighter's body. What you see is a big hulking man who can end a fight at any point. And he had a comeback win, not last second, but very late knockout victory. And His post-fight interview might be the greatest post-fight interview I've ever heard. I went through and tried to bleep this. I bleeped it all out. But, Kyle, you and I are both going to pay attention here just in case. Joe Rogan gets into the octagon afterwards and talks to a very tired yet very victorious Derek Lewis.
I'm here with the winner, Derek Lewis. Derek, why'd you take your pants off? My was hot.
Okay, let me just point that out real quick. Derek Lewis took his trunks off immediately after the fight was over. Joe Rogan remarked when he was in the booth he'd never seen that before. His first question to Derek was about that. He said, why'd you take your pants off? He had like these black, tight underwear on underneath. And Derek remarked that a part of his body, or should I say a couple parts of his body.
I think he said his boys were hot.
Yeah.
I'm here with the winner, Derek Lewis. Derek, why'd you take your pants off? My was hot. I understand. Listen, man, what you just did was absolutely phenomenal. That was an incredible comeback victory, and it shows one of the reasons why people love to watch you fight, that you can put it all to bed with one shot.
I told them boys, I got number of heart. You know, they keep underestimating me. I ain't all that technical and all that, but I'm getting there.
No one will question your heart, sir, after this. Let's take a look at the knockout. This is a come-from-behind knockout, the likes that we haven't seen in a long time. And you were looking for that big haymaker all night. You found it in the last minute of the fight. Talk us through this, Derek.
I forgot a few hours before the fight, Donald Trump called me and told me I got knocked this Russian out because they're making him look bad on the news. You know, him and Putin and shit. What they talking about, USA and
Listen, Derek, you came into this fight the number 2 contender with that knockout. You're absolutely one of the top guys in line for a shot at the title next. So tell us what you think about that.
I need to sit my black ass down and do some more cardio. What you talking about right now? I ain't trying to fight for no title right now. Not with no gas tank like that.
Listen, Derek, you're one of the most entertaining guys in the sport. Congratulations on an amazing victory, and thank you very much for a really, really entertaining fight.
Thanks for having me. Hey, maybe next week or sometime or 2 weeks from now, I'm going to come on your show and smoke some weed with you.
Anytime, sir. Anytime. And you got the best Instagram in the game, I'll tell you right now. Derek Lewis, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so a couple things I learned off of that's really impressive. Number one, thank you, Joe Rogan, who is a very talented comedian in his own right, for holding it together. Also, thank you, Joe Rogan, for pointing out Derek Lewis's Instagram. Joe Rogan's 100% correct, and I'm not an Instagram guy. Derek Lewis's Instagram is phenomenal. He basically just posts videos where you go, oh, my God, where did this come from? Like the stuff you'd see on Facebook, but better. And to be knocked around like that for 3 rounds and to have the presence of mind, or maybe it's because he got knocked around for 3 rounds and didn't have the presence of mind, to go out and put forth such an honest, silly, awesome post-fight interview. It's probably the best post-fight interview I've ever seen. Again, part of a very entertaining UFC card, which culminated with Khabib Nurmagomedov just mauling Conor McGregor. One note on that, and then we'll take a break, because we're going to get into the extracurriculars coming up at 8:30 at length. As far as the fight itself went, you can say what you want about Conor taking a couple years off. Say what you want about ring rust and all that. It's all true, that this was the worst stylistic matchup possible for Conor McGregor. That's all fact to me. That's all true. But that doesn't matter. He chose the fight. He took the fight. He signed the fight. He chose to leave for 2 years. I said on Saturday night, if they fought 100 times, Conor would lose 100 times. That was hyperbole. But I believe if they fought 95 times, Conor would lose 90. He was mauled in this thing from the beginning. And please don't think that because he was the first guy ever to take a round from Khabib in the UFC. That was Khabib catching his breath. That was completely planned. He backed off so he could end the thing in the 4th. McGregor was never in the fight. McGregor was mauled on the ground. McGregor was knocked down from a right hook. He was thoroughly decimated in a way we've never seen. Compare this to his first fight with Nate Diaz, in which he lost. There isn't a comparison because he got in several good shots on Nate Diaz. Conor McGregor was decimated in this fight. And the biggest Conor backers may feel otherwise, but they're being blind. They're being flat out blinded. So we'll talk about rematches. We'll talk about all this other stuff. But coming up at 8:30, we'll get into the behind the scenes of why what happened after the fight Saturday night, and why Dana White and the UFC and the commissions, to me, are as much to blame as Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov. We'll take a break. When we get back, the only time today we'll really touch on the Kings. They have a preseason game tonight. They experienced the Warriors in Seattle Friday. That was an experience. And
big storyline for me out of that game.
Sure.
Are the Warriors better without Stephen Curry?
Hey, that's a big storyline. Do they need him? Trade bait. It's The Drive, back in a couple. Sports 1140 KHTK.